everyone. Welcome to another episode of Ask Flora. I'm Flora Sage, 6-time author and founder of the Flora Sage Therapies Institute, the place for ethical spiritual development and your place for online spiritual learning. This week's topic is, how do you commit to long-term self-improvement? You know, this is a question that I have heard for decades. All of my years that I've been coaching and working with people, this is the one thing that has plagued so many of you is, how do I get from where I am to where I want to be and make sure that that change sticks, that the self-improvement that I'm doing sticks and it's a lasting change. And so many times when people want to make a change, they try to go from one extreme to another. And I'm here to tell you that that doesn't work. So today I have 3 simple reminders and tips for you to help you with and to create lasting change. So the first tip that I have for you, aka reminder, is to remember that change is the only constant, okay? So even though we want things to stay the same once we've changed, or once something happens to us that's for the better or that we perceive to be good, we want it to stay the same forever. But you know what? What resonates with us today or what's perfect for us today might not be perfect for us tomorrow. So when you recognize that change is the only constant and we can choose to change in a way that will benefit us as we are today, which will change every single day, then that gives us kind of a leg up and an advantage because we recognize that change is the only constant, so we can choose to create change in the direction that we really want to go in. So the second tip or the second reminder that I have for you is to remember to get really, really clear about what you want to improve in your life. So many people who come to me for single coaching sessions or for long-term coaching, many times during our very first session, they say, well, I want to change my whole life, or I want to change my whole business, or I want to change this whole thing. And which is fine and dandy, but one of the things that I would recommend is that you pick one facet of your life first to start with. So which facet do you start with? Many people are like, oh my God, where do I even start? I have so many things that I want to work on in my life. But one of the things that I would recommend is that you pick the one that is the most overwhelming for you, or the one that is the most pressing for you. Tip or reminder number 3 is to take baby steps. So how can you take baby steps? How can you, again, go from where you are to where you want to be in a lasting way, in a sustainable way? And this is where the meat of my recommendations and my advice comes into you today. So when you figure out what you really want to change in your life and you're willing to commit to taking baby steps, tiny baby steps every day. Mount Everest is not climbed in a day, okay? You take baby steps, and many times as we're taking these baby steps, we're like, oh my God, when am I gonna freaking get there? Well, turn around and look at how far you've come. That's what these baby steps do. These baby steps get you there gradually over time. But what happens gradually over time is you create new and healthier habits in whatever facet of your life that you're looking at. So how can you learn how to take baby steps? How can you learn to do things differently so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be? The first thing is to seek out an expert that's already been there, done that. Okay, so if you want to lose weight, seek out an expert that has lost weight in a way that resonates with you. If you are in debt, seek out an expert who was once in debt and now they're not. Maybe now they're financially independent and they're living off of the interest of their investments. If you want to improve your business, okay, look at someone who does something similar to you and see if they have a book, see if they have a program, see if they offer coaching. And when you seek out that expert, okay, you don't have to reinvent the wheel because they've already done it for you. They've already done it for you. And this is the biggest pitfall that I've seen with people who want to improve their life, is they think that they have to figure it out themselves. They think that they have to reinvent the wheel and kind of go through all this trial and error. Well, you don't, because other people have been there, done that. Other people have figured out a formula that works so that you don't have to. You can just sign up for their program or buy a book or buy an audio tape. This is one of the easiest ways to do self-improvement in your life, is to just listen to what the experts are doing. This is the biggest key of this video, is to figure out what you want. Seek out an expert who's already been there, done that, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel, and be willing to commit to baby steps to learning how you can shift your thinking and how you can start to implement new habits, new ideas, and new perspectives and new strategies so that you can get from where you are to where you want to be. And how you can do that is by reading books of people who have created a solution for the bridge to, from where you were or are to where you want to be, and start to implement those every single day. Again, this could be an audio book, this could be a program, this could be one-on-one coaching, this could be group coaching, but you've got to be willing to commit to those baby steps. You've got to be willing to invest some effort in researching these experts and researching what it is that they're doing, what they've done, where they're at, where they've come from, and if that resonates with you. And then you have to invest a little bit more time and money in actually purchasing the access to those things. The book, the audio, the course, the program, the coaching. But when you invest something, that's you telling the universe, yes, I really do want change. I've seen this time and time again with people who say, yeah, I want to change, but they're not willing to invest anything, not even any time to research people. And so if that's you, if you're feeling, yeah, I want to change, but I don't want to do anything to, change. I don't want to invest money. I don't want to invest time in researching. I don't want to invest money in a book or an audio book or a class or a program. Well, then ask yourself, do you really want to change? Because if you really do want to change, you will be willing to invest in your future, because that's really what you're doing. Yes, a little bit of that goes to the author or the publisher, but in reality, the biggest investment is made by you saying, yes, I really want to do that. And that payback is huge. There are some books that I've listened to so many times. I've actually had to repurchase books because I've read them so much, pages were falling out, and I had to get a new copy of them. So that $10 that I spent for a book has been priceless for me because of the momentum that has caused and created in my life. So this week I offer you a challenge. If you really are frustrated and done with where you're at, my challenge for you is to commit to figuring out the one thing in your life that you want to change. And then seek out an expert who has made that change already. And then invest in your future by investing in something that they've created. Because they've already done this. That's why people who are of service write books. That's why they do audiobooks and regular books and classes and programs and offer coaching, is because they found a solution to something. They were here and they've got there and they figured out the shortest route to it, and they're willing and ready to help you help yourself. So that's this week's challenge, is to figure out what you want to change, what you want to improve in your life, and then be willing to invest the time and effort and sometimes money in seeing that you get from where you are to where you want to be. Think of that investment, whether it's $10 or $10,000, think of that as a plane ticket from where you are to where you want to be. And then know that every day you can take baby steps towards the rest of your life and towards your future. Yay. All right, well, I hope you have enjoyed this Ask Flora segment. If you have, please share it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and any other social media platform, as well as in email. And if you've really loved it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you won't miss one single episode of Ask Flora. And you can also click the notify button so that anytime I post a video here, you will be notified. And if you have a question or topic for this Ask Flora segment, please email me, flora@florasage.com, and I would be more than happy to answer it here on this Ask Flora episode. Until next time.